it helps to have the audio on. Glad that I checked that. Only 30 seconds was lost there. So I've decided to just take a slight detour from what I was working on the last few days and just see if it's possible for me to make a city builder game. So initially, we could start with a green. Assume there's already grass. So I think what we're gonna want to do here is, let's see. Let's go to complex parts. And, oh, actually, we don't need to do that. We can just go right here. All right, so let's do spawn X elements. Or actually, we can start by having something that just kind of spawns randomly. So we can have the element spawner. We can spawn some grass. So let's see. Grass, emoji, HTML. Here's the plants. I remember I was looking for grass earlier. It was kind of a hard sell, but this herb might be enough. Clover, leaves in the wind, an ear of rice. Might actually use this. This looks pretty good. Okay. And let's make this 5 view width, 5 view height. And it's going to automatically put it into the collision list. The location is going to be randomly distributed across the screen. The spawn rate is currently set at 500. That's probably fine. Let's just get it going here. This looks great. Okay, so now when we click them, so we have the spawn rate here. Let's just duplicate a variable here. Let's call it since it's like rice or whatever, let's just call it grain count. Start at 0. 0. Okay, and we're just going to make the grain count higher every time. So whenever we spawn this here, let's make the variable, make variable. And let's just take this here, grain count. And it's going to be, we're going to reference this variable. And it's going to be grain count. I think I need to just save this as a pre-built because here under make a variable, yeah, I think I'm going to do some pre-built here. Well, do I want to do under make variable or as just a new type of action? And how does that differ from complex parts? I'll have to think on that. Grain count. Okay. Actually, this is going to be when I click on it. And what I want it to do is then just delete itself. So this is going to be its ID. And we're going to click, we're going to delete an element. And it's going to be asking for the ID. And we're going to say this element's ID because we're the one that we're clicking on. That's the one that we want to delete. Otherwise, it's very hard to reference it in this scope because you click it. How do you know which one you're talking about? You have to use this. So it's going to delete that and iterate the grain count. So let's see here. Okay, awesome. So then let's just have like a little counter on the bottom because you have to do that. Let's just let's see. Yeah, we'll just put it right up top here, or even on the bottom. Doesn't matter. And the idea of it is going to be we're just going to delete that. We're going to call it grain total or something like that. Grain inventory. Grain. I don't know. String. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself. Just checking no one's watching. Good. We'll call this grain inventory. And then the text data here is going to be concatenate string. Okay, and then this one's going to be, I don't know if I still have this in the, oh, I do. Okay, sweet. Actually, it's going to be that. And then this isn't going to be a string here. This also needs to be deleted. Okay. And this needs to be variable. Reference variable. And this will be grain count. Grain count. Okay, and the location is going to be fixed. Let's get a string here. Top is going to be string as well. This on the left here will be 0. This will be 95 view height. Actually, let's see. So this was the size here from beforehand. It can still be the same. That's probably fine. 92.5 view height. And then what I can do here is put some color, background color, and that'll help make it obvious that it's different. And we can just make it black for now. Then when you click on it, nothing's going to happen right now. It's definitely not going to delete itself. That's for sure. I could make it like pulse a little bit just to make it obvious that it's a counter or something like that, but I think it should be okay. So that needs to be a little bit fixed here. So the position is off. The width needs to be 7 point. Okay, it's 1, 2, and then there's like some numbers there. So this needs to be like 20 view width. This needs to be at least 10 view height. This can be at 90 view height. Okay, let's just take a look here, see how it's going. That's pretty good. All right, and when it clicks, I need to actually update the inventory here, but I will be back in just a minute. I have to go take care of something, so I'll just leave it as is, and we can watch what happens. Be right back. Well, today's session has been canceled. Have some things I have to go do. But before I go, I just want to update this here. So also when I delete the element, so I'm going to update the grain count. Then I'm also going to modify an element just so I can get this uploaded, because I feel like it's going to be a fun one to use. The ability to spawn things and automatically have a counter. It's like super easy resources. Okay, so we're going to modify. And we're going to call it the grain inventory. I'm gonna have to work on some of the naming in here because it's not very scalable. But I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to remove that. Remove that. Remove style. Remove that. And just going to put this in here. Modify element. Oh, actually, I want to duplicate this. And the element. So that's what I want to put there, and then it's grain inventory. Grain inventory. All right, let's see here. Okay, that's pretty nice. Being able to just pop that in there, you get your counter. All right, I need to do a little bit of cleanup here to make this just. Oh, it's overflowing. This is too large. I need to widen that a bit. But yeah, I just need to do a little bit of cleanup so that way it's very scalable and easy to just add it in there, and you can just tweak like the image, and then then you can make all kinds of resources and have counters for them. It'll be very very fun. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this as a spawn resources. So this will spawn elements that can be collected and are counted. All right, and we'll call this resources. It's a pretty big one, so it's probably going to time out. All right. I will just leave it there, and then we will pick this up tomorrow.